Hi, it's Paris from EpicReviewGuys, and today I'm trying out a product that claims it can help with a condition that I know about firsthand, or first foot. It's plantar fasciitis, the as seen on TV foot rocker.
EpicReviewGuys.
I picked up this as seen on TV foot rocker in the as seen on TV section of our local Fry's electronics store. I think it was about $12, and if you can't find it locally, I'll put a link to it down below this video. Now, I'm not a medical professional or even a medical amateur, but a few years ago I did have plantar fasciitis, and it's very uncomfortable, especially if you spend much time, I found, in the car. You have to drive 45 minutes, an hour to get somewhere. When you get out of the car, it feels like you can't move your feet. It hurts so much that when you go to take steps. Also, when you've had a night's sleep and put your feet on the floor the first time getting out of bed in the morning, very painful, very uncomfortable. It can be to the point of being debilitating even. Now, one of the exercises that you can do to help with that is to, when you're standing near a set of stairs or even the curb out on the street, is to put your foot halfway on that step or on the curb. So sort of the first half of your foot is on that, and then to put your weight so that your foot flexes. And you basically are doing that. And I think that's very similar to the exercise that this will help your foot do. And this is supposed to help with more than just plantar fasciitis. On the box it says it improves flexibility, helps prevent foot injuries, works every muscle in your leg, also helps prevent lower back pain and discomfort associated with plantar fasciitis, ankle strain, Achilles tendonitis, and more. In the box we get not too much in the way of instructions. I wonder if this is one size fits all here. This is the foot rocker. Here is the foot rocker, made of pretty strong plastic. Now, it would look as though your heel goes here and the rest of your foot here. And I read through the instructions, the exercises they recommend. Some of them have it that way, some actually have this reversed, and some have you with your foot kind of in here. I'll show you those. The bottom part has this strip of really not that cushy. It almost feels more like it's just designed not to scuff things up, but it doesn't feel like there's a lot of give in these strips of material right here. And in the instructions they list several good exercises. Some you do standing, some you do sitting. They do mention if you have pain or injury in your foot or leg, see a doctor before trying this. You start out facing the wall, about an arm's length away from the wall, and that's where you put this. Facing the wall. Your heel is going to fit here, and there's a catch there to catch your heel. The front of the foot steps on this part. Now I wear a men's size 10, and you can see how well it's fitting on there. I feel like it's okay, but if I had a much larger foot, it seems like it would be a little small. That's the problem with one size fits all devices. So you get your foot in the right position, put your hands on the wall so you don't fall over, and put all your weight on this leg and straighten it out. That means this other foot ends up doing this, sort of the toes are holding onto the ground. Now when you're in this position, you're going to let your foot go back until you feel a stretch in the back of your leg. A good stretch. You're supposed to hold that for 30 seconds. Then you come back up to this neutral position, rest for 5 seconds. Back again like this till you get to that stretch position, 30 seconds. You basically repeat this 3 times. And in this position, you're only going to go back because if you try to do some kind of thing to the front, there's no catch and you'll just fall right out of it. Now here's one that you can do sitting down. It's called the inner and outer foot stretch. For that, you take the foot rocker and put it sideways, and you slide your foot right into this section right here. Middle of your foot on that. Now you start out doing this sitting down. If you feel comfortable, you can then stand up and put more weight on it, but all you're going to do is rock your foot left to right, basically to stretch it out. Another one you can do sitting down are the toe touches. For that, you're going to put the heel of your foot into this spot right here. And you're basically going to lift your toe up as much as you can and hold it for 5 seconds. So you're stretching it out this way. I can feel it tight in here. Hold it for 5 seconds. Go back to this. And then repeat that several times. So that's the as seen on TV foot rocker. Seems pretty sturdy, worked pretty well. If I had much larger feet, I'm not sure how well it would fit in here. Now you can do some of these same exercises if you have stairs in your house or a curb out in front, but you can't do all of them. So it seems, since it's relatively inexpensive at around $12 or so I think it's worth the money. Again, if you can't find it locally, I'll put a link down below this video. Now about the plantar fasciitis, I did this sort of thing with the steps and stretched it out and it helped some. What actually got it to go away was losing 40 pounds. Having all that extra weight on your feet all day long, that really seems to increase the likelihood of the plantar fasciitis. And so it was my experience that by losing some weight, even if you just lose 20 pounds, I found it got better or worse based on my weight. So if you need to lose 50 pounds, but you can't quite manage that now, in my experience, losing just 20 may make the plantar fasciitis better, at least, even if it doesn't completely go away until you lose even more weight. Now, the other thing you can do, and I did this as well when I had it, are buy shoe inserts that will support your foot in the way that tends to get stretched out with the plantar fasciitis. The company is called Happy Feet. I'll show you, I found them here on my phone. I went through a couple pair of these during the several years that I had the plantar fasciitis. This helped a lot. I wore them in the shoes that I wore all day long. I didn't buy the extra pair to put in the slippers and the tennis shoes. And I don't know why it is these green ones seem to be the ones that I was told, get the green ones. Those are the ones that will help you out. So passing along that information, what worked for me, these green Happy Feet inserts were the ones that did relieve the plantar fasciitis somewhat. Little expensive, around $30. I'll put a link to them down below this video if you can't find them in a local shoe shop. So those are my best 3 suggestions for dealing with plantar fasciitis. There's the stretching route, which this As Seen on TV foot rocker seems to be good for. There's the support your foot route, which those Happy Feet inserts are really good for. And then there's the losing weight route, which may actually clear it up completely. The hard thing about that, though, is if you already have plantar fasciitis, it already hurts to be on your feet, and you say, okay, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to get out there and walk and exercise. Well, that's, of course, going to make it feel even worse. So once you already have the weight issues and then have plantar fasciitis, it just makes it really hard to get rid of it. But maybe all 3 of the suggestions together, do the stretching, have the inserts supporting your feet so you can get out there and do some exercise, which will reduce the weight and help you out not only with the plantar fasciitis, but in so many other ways too.
Shopping is easy right